Here we are in the early part of February. We're having one of these incredibly warm days. And one thing we notice is that the whole earth is blooming, and even the very simplest wildflowers, the mustard that of course the Lord spoke about, or the simple vetch family. Look at these beautiful flowers. They're everywhere, in every parking lot, in every pavement, wherever you go, there is life coming out of the earth at this season. One of the flowers we're always waiting to see are these beautiful red anemones. We call them kalaniot. And they are one of the early spring flowers. And there's such a beautiful contrast between the green and the red, and of course the yellows and the purples and all the colors that come out at this time of year. And it's something for us to look at, is what the Lord said about these flowers. And I'm reading from Luke, and it says this: "Consider the lilies, how they grow. They neither toil nor spin. And yet I say to you, even Solomon in all his glory was not arrayed like one of these." So when we think about this, when we consider what the Lord said, what was he talking about? He initially says, do not worry about your life, what you will eat, or about the body, or what you will put on it. So consider what he is saying when we look at the flowers that cover the fields. If he's going to clothe the earth with this beauty, don't you think you're much more important? And so the summation of this is, but seek the kingdom of God, and all these things shall be added to you. Remember, worrying, even if it's during this time of the corona crisis, even if you don't have work, even if you don't know what's going to happen in the next hour or two, we actually never have that assurance. But one thing we are assured of: our Father loves us, and he will care for us. So don't worry. So when all the other trees are dormant, we still have the almond blooming. And isn't it beautiful? I love the almond. But we have all the yellow and the red and the whole of the land being covered by God's mercy, which of course are the wildflowers. Here they are. Spring is coming. You know, God is lavish. Look at these beautiful lupin, and look at this royal color. How could you not think of Solomon when you see these amazing wildflowers? And it says, now if God so clothes the grass of the field, which today is and tomorrow is thrown into the oven, will he not much more clothe you, O ye of little faith? Therefore do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about its own things. Sufficient for the day is its own trouble. You know, if we take it day by day, or even 1 hour at a time, we're going to be fine. It's only when we get lost in thinking about what will happen next. So I want to encourage all of you. Look at the lilies of the field. Look at the beauty that God has surrounded us, especially at this time in the spring. And rejoice. Consider that even Solomon in all his glory was never clothed like this. About 17 years ago at this season, we had a freak snowstorm. It covered all the almond trees and all the early spring flowers. But I'll never forget that day, because that was the day Jonathan was born. Happy birthday, Jonathan. We're so glad, from all of us at Sweet Bites, right? We're so glad Jonathan has taken on this work, and he's doing this for us. Blessings upon you, wonderful Jonathan. Even Solomon, in all his glory, was not clothed like these.